What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within. Actually, not just the War Within, today we're talking about World of Warcraft in general, and we are talking about the upcoming, Warcraft Direct event, and I'll be talking to you guys about what the event actually is, what it's going to be about, and my predictions for the event itself, and then we can see how wrong or right I am on my predictions, and I would love to hear what you think is going to be announced at Warcraft Direct in the comments down below as well. So let me know your thoughts as we go through the video, and this is going to be like a discussion type of video, so feel free to just have it on in the background as we go through things, and I'm going to be talking about what my predictions are for the event. Okay, let's go. So first of all, let's talk about the announcement for Warcraft Direct, which we have a Wowhead article about right here, where Warcraft Direct, an anniversary Direct coming November 13th, 2024. So we've been talking a lot about the anniversary event for a long time, and well, not the anniversary event, but the Warcraft Direct event that is happening, and I was actually thinking the event was happening in October, but it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and we finally have a date. It's November 13th. Now let's talk about what this is, or like what's happening. So we have the original statement by Blizzard here: join us November 13th at 10 AM PST for a special presentation celebrating 30 years of Warcraft, and they look ahead at what's next. Watch the Warcraft 30th anniversary direct on our official channels on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. It is a big year for the Warcraft universe, and whether you're a Hearthstone fan, you have joined the chaos in Warcraft Rumble, ventured into the world of Azeroth for the first time in Warcraft Orcs and Humans, or you are a World of Warcraft player, there is something for everyone in our Warcraft 30th anniversary direct stream. You will not want to miss a moment or a single surprise. Stay tuned after the stream for the special 20th anniversary concert broadcast, World of Warcraft 20 Years of Music, celebrating 20 years of World of Warcraft music. I hope the Darkman Fair track is in there, and maybe even the Goldshire track, I don't know. Produced by Helvepic and filmed live in Switzerland. The concert was performed by the 21st Century Orchestra and 3 Chorus, Tales of Fantasy, Ardito, and the Madrigas Gospel. This sweeping 190 performer ensemble will take you on a musical adventure through time and emotion. Now the thing is, you can watch and earn rewards here as well. You will also be able to earn in-game viewership rewards for both Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and World of Warcraft. We will have more details for you soon, so be sure to check back on our official site. So when it comes to these sort of rewards here, it's important to know that Warcraft Direct is basically the replacement for BlizzCon this year. We don't have a BlizzCon this year, and the rewards are likely going to be somewhat similar to what you usually got for purchasing maybe even the live ticket, or the in real life ticket, or even like watching online. Those tickets you purchased to buy and watch BlizzCon, they gave you in-game rewards, and I would assume these rewards are something along the same, but I'm betting we'll know more in about a week or two about exactly what these rewards are and how to earn them as well. Now, based on the direct not spanning for several hours, it's probably going to be like a between 1 and 3-4 hour broadcast, I don't really know. You probably just have to watch 30 minutes or 1 hour of the broadcast to even get these rewards. Maybe even just click claim or something like that. It's not going to be watch 4 hours. It's going to be very easy to obtain, I would assume. Now, what exactly is the upcoming anniversary direct event? Well, it's basically a online replacement for BlizzCon, where there's no real life that you can't show up there. It's just going to be online, so it's watchable on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and it's going to be focused on Warcraft. I mean, it's Warcraft Direct, so it's a sub-specific genre of BlizzCon that only focuses on the Warcraft theme. So we have Warcraft Rumble in there, we have World of Warcraft, maybe even some of the old Warcraft games as well. Like anything that is focused on Warcraft will probably be talked about at this event. Now, they also said that you might earn some rewards for Hearthstone as well, so I'm betting Hearthstone will be a part of this. Now you know roughly what the event is, when the event is happening. We have the official announcement by Blizzard here, so we know more about the event. Let's talk about my predictions for the event then. So I'm currently playing a lot of retail, we're going to focus on that first of all, but I've also played a lot of classic in the past, and I've been making a bunch of classic content as well, both classic plus speculation. I've been playing a bunch of Wrath and Cataclysm, well, Wrath when it was Wrath, and Cataclysm now, and I've been playing a little bit more than just a little bit Season of Discovery. I'm even still playing a little bit now as well, so I've been dabbling into every single version of the game, and I'll be talking about every single version as well. But let's start with retail. Now, once again, as I go through my predictions, I would love to hear what you guys are thinking in the comments down below, so let me know your predictions as well. But for retail specifically, I mean, it's pretty obvious what they're going to announce, although they could surprise us and announce more than just what we are thinking. I think a lot of us are on the same page that, I mean, the War Within has been out for 2 months now, and if we think about 10.0.5 as the halfway in this patch, which it's supposed to be, 10.0.5 is supposed to be the halfway point, we just got that this week, which means we're basically halfway through in the first patch now. So in 2 months from now, we should be expecting maybe 11, did I say 10.0.5? I think I did, but you know what I mean, 11.0.5. So in about 2 months from now, I would be expecting us to be either in 11.1 or very close to 11.1. Now the thing is, 2 months from now is literally Christmas, so they're probably going to postpone that by a little bit, and I'm just gonna say that I'm predicting that we're getting the announcement and even the release date of 11.1. So the anniversary event is still like 3 weeks away from where we are right now. So we have 3 weeks away from the current date that I'm recording this on. And I'm just gonna say I'm predicting the 11.1 patch to be launching over here, like at the beginning of January, around the first week, or like this is technically the second week, or the first full week of January, basically anywhere between January 7th and January 14th. I would be expecting 11.1 to maybe release in one of these 2 dates, and the exact date will probably be released at the Warcraft Direct. Not only that, they will talk about what the raid will be, and maybe some more stuff as well, like if we're getting anything else in that patch, they'll be talking about that as well, trying to hype up that patch. Now the thing is, outside of Warcraft Direct, we're not really getting anything big to announce, patches, expansions and stuff like that, until the next BlizzCon, which is basically 1 year away from now. So in addition to a full and detailed overview of patch 11.1 and a release date of 11.1, I think they're going to start teasing 11.2 and tell us roughly when 11.2 will be coming out. Like, they're gonna say Q2, Q3, and Q4, like, keep it to, they're not gonna give us a specific date, but they're gonna give us a release window, so we know roughly when to expect that content as well, and talk about a little bit more about that content. Basically, give us a teaser, so we know a little bit more, and that's basically what I have for retail. I don't think we'll get too much about the next expansion, because we just got this one. I don't think they want to overshadow the War Within by starting to talk about Midnight already, so I think they're just going to be talking about patch 11.1 and maybe foreshadowing a little bit about 11.2 as well, so give us like some teasers on 11.2. Now for Cataclysm, let's start this off with what's really obvious. I mean, Cataclysm in itself, I think both the announcement that I'm expecting for Cataclysm are very obvious, and I'm expecting that number 1, we get the exact release date of the Dragon Soul raid, basically the last patch or the last phase of Cataclysm Classic. I'm expecting us to get that, just so we know when to expect that to come out, because we're going to be in Firelands when Warcraft Direct happens. We're going to basically be in Firelands or be close to Firelands. I think we're a couple of weeks into Firelands at that point, so yeah, we're going to be in Firelands basically, and the next content patch then is going to be Dragon Soul, which is going to be happening in early 2024 as well. Like, I would be expecting maybe February, maybe March, something like that, for Dragon Soul to come out, and then we are also very likely going to get the release date and also the release trailer or the launch trailer, whatever, of Mists of Pandaria Classic. I mean, at this point it's kind of obvious that since they went into Cataclysm, they're also going to go into Mists of Pandaria, because in my opinion and the opinion of people that I've been talking to, people are generally more hyped for Mist than they were for Cataclysm. So since they went down the route of doing Cataclysm, it just makes sense to do MOP as well, and I think we're gonna get the full reveal for Mists of Pandaria Classic at Warcraft Direct, and also the launch date for Mists of Pandaria. Now that leaves us with Season of Discovery, and Season of Discovery right now is in the phase where we are about to get on Garage or the Gates of AQ, basically in the old classic WoW, phase 5 is about to be underway for Season of Discovery. I mean, we have data mined parts of that patch right now, so that's probably coming out in less than 2 months, I would say. I don't really know the exact release date, I don't think anyone does by now, but in less than 2 months, I would assume, like maybe 2 or 3 months, or something like that. So that phase is underway. After that we have one more phase that we kind of know what's happening in, which is like when Next Ramus is coming out, OG Classic WoW phase 6. I think we're gonna get the release date for that, so we know when to expect that, or maybe not even the release date, but the release window. And I also think they're going to spend a little bit of time here talking about the phase afterwards, because I think for Season of Discovery we are getting one more phase, if not 2, but at least one more phase after Naxxramas, where they are adding one more raid and a couple of endgame dungeons. Now I think that they have gotten a lot of backlash for not putting in the Karasan Crypt, because Karasan Crypt is something that they really teased at BlizzCon when they announced Season of Discovery, and we haven't really had the crypt yet. So I think they're going to add a patch, either it's going to be a dungeon added in the patch of Naxxramas, or it's going to be one of in the phase afterwards, where we get Karasan Crypts as a max level, like end game dungeon, level 60 dungeon, where you can get some more gear. Maybe it's like a more difficult dungeon that gives you better gear, like catch-up gear for example, or gear equivalent to AQ raid or something like that. It's going to be like a super hard dungeon basically, could be the case. And for raids I would love to see something like Grimbat Hall for example, because that's kind of a piece of content that we had in Classic WoW that we didn't really have in Classic WoW. Like, it was there on the map and it was there in the open world, but they didn't really do anything with it. It's just like one of those pieces of unfinished content that they could finish this time around. So I would love to see the Grimbat Hall raid finally be finalized in a classic WoW state. Now I do think that Blizzard or the Classic team right now is working on the season after Season of Discovery, or maybe it's not even a season, but whatever is after Season of Discovery, I think they're already working on it, but I don't think they're going to announce it at Warcraft Direct. But I mean, I would love to be surprised on that one, but I just don't think so. There's still too many things to talk about in Season of Discovery itself that I don't think they'll be trying to overshadow that by announcing the next season just yet. They'll be letting Season of Discovery die out before they announce the next part. Announcing the next season right now would basically be shooting themselves in the foot, and I don't think they're going to. Now there is one more thing that I haven't talked about for Classic WoW that I do think is happening, and I'm pretty certain that something is going to happen for Classic Era and Hardcore, and a lot of people already know that something is happening for Hardcore, or we don't really know, but we have a strong suggestion that something is happening, and that is because a streamer guild by the name of OnlyFangs is making a return to Hardcore. And Sodapoppen, a really big person in that community and like in streaming in general, they were supposed to launch the OnlyFangs environment thing in October, but they pushed it to November because of like the Soda said that they should, and like from what he knew they should push it to November, which has made a lot of people speculate there's coming like a fresh hardcore server. And I'm just gonna say they will not launch a fresh hardcore server without a fresh Classic Era server. So my prediction here is that they are doing two things at the same time. They're launching fresh hardcore and fresh Classic Era, where if you die on the fresh Classic Hardcore server, you can transfer to the fresh Era server for free. Like, you get that option to just go to that server instead. So it gives anyone the chance to start out by being hardcore, and if they die, they can just transfer to the new fresh Era server and keep playing over there as well. So that's my prediction for that one, just super simple, fresh hardcore and fresh Era at the same time, with the option to transfer from hardcore to Era for free when or if you die. So yeah, those are my predictions for the Warcraft Direct stream, what I think is going to happen, and at this point some of you might say that I'm expecting a little bit too much for Classic, but I really don't think so. Like, Classic Era hasn't really had anything happen to it since it became Classic Era, It has had very small changes and things that people didn't even ask for. In this case, Fresh Classic Era is something people have been asking for ever since Classic Era became a thing. So if anything, this is 3 years overdue at this point, and it's definitely happening. If it doesn't happen, I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm once again expecting Fresh Classic Hardcore and Fresh Classic Era at the same time, with the option to transfer from the Classic Hardcore server to the Era server when you die. And once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, let me know your predictions in the comments, and I can't wait to see what happens on the stream itself. Either way, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.